Hello everyone, it's Turner Burner here with another Master Escape video. I have 5 tips I want to go over. I'm sure there's more tricks you can do in this game, but these are the 5 tips I want to go over in this video. The first tip is going to pertain to Master Escape score runs. 3 of the 5 tips will actually pertain to Master Escape score runs, and the other 2 will just be regular runs. To get credit, you only need to start and finish the game together. So a trick I discovered, actually I don't know when exactly, is if all 3 of you come out of the pod, a character can leave and come back, whether to change characters or, maybe for Cole specifically what we did was we wanted his ultimate ready immediately so he didn't get hurt by melee attacks. So that's what helped us do score runs for the corruption specifically. So what we did was, we all came out of the pod, we make sure it was the enemies we wanted relative to the score table. If it was the right one, we can maximize the points or the time reduction, I should say. And we saw what we wanted. The Cole left and came back. We paused the game. The Cole left and came back. We came out of the pod. You can do this. This is one way to do it. You could do even as Keegan if you wanted Keegan's resupply ready immediately on a map like the Gauntlet. So you have more torque bow shots. You can change characters or cards at the safe room. This is something I haven't really utilized because I just recently discovered it, but I'm sure some of the top teams have discovered it as well. You can test this on your own to make sure it still works, because it could get patched at any moment, because you never know really what the coalition is working on. So just keep that tip in mind when you're doing your next score run if it's necessary. Tip number 2, dying before the safe room can be an effective strategy. There are 2 instances that I have utilized this strategy. I'm going to show you one of them. The one on screen is on Melee Brawl. The intention of Melee Brawl isn't necessarily to help you, for score runs. They just wanted to make a map where, people have to use pipe and, limited ammo and melee all the time. So it's really for, Lonnie, Cole, to a lesser extent Meal, because he doesn't have any health. Or really any character with high health that can get, melee kills. So basically this is a Lonnie map. But if you want to get scorecards or scores, you want to improve your score, excuse me, you want to use Mac because he's good for the headshots. So what we did was, when I ran out of ammo, which I did almost every time, I suicided before the safe room. And then after you see this, all my Bulltuck ammo is back. Again, this may get fixed, but this is something that's in the game right now. So you can use it for more ammo, and if necessary, on a map like the Barracks, you may use it to get more kills. Tip number 3, Cole's melee immortality cards. This is actually something probably everyone already knows, but it's a tip just in case for the few of you that don't know. You really need to utilize this mainly in Master Escape, maybe not so much Master Horde, but when Cole has Thrash Ball and Inner Fire ready, nothing can kill him via melee attacks. He can't get killed. He can't get meleeed by Scions. He can't get meleeed by Wardens. Nothing can melee kill him. He can only get hurt by bullets at that point. So it makes the game a lot easier, to know that, oh, well, if I get hit by an elite drone, it's not going to do any damage. Or if I get hit by a warden, it's not going to do any damage. So, it actually makes the game, a lot simpler. So in this gameplay, you see me, just sniping drones. And, I'm just going to snipe I think it's an Ice Scion here in a second. And I'm not really worried about these juvies because they're mainly just taking up space, because I don't need to kill them because they don't do any melee damage. So it makes the game a lot easier. Again, that probably will get fixed too. So just keep in mind the timestamp on this video, and some of these may stay and some of these may get fixed. All right, tip number 4, headshot on meat shield time bonus. Basically, I've touched on this in a few videos, but in the context of the game, you want to utilize this as much as possible, because each time you do it, you're going to get an extra 21 seconds per enemy on top of, the meat shield score. So what you need to do is active your long shot. You need a long shot at, step one. And you need to make sure it's active when you shoot it or it will not count. It can't be any other gun, and it has to be active. And again, you want to make sure in the context of the game you're able to achieve this. So what you'll see ahead of us, I turned, but there's 2 drones and a sniper, and they're going to sneak up on them. So the game plan is to get both drones because they have, relatively rapid fire guns. Then when I snipe one of the drones, the sniper will be awake, and the person will get the sniper while the other person still retains the drone meat shield. So this is just a way to use the glitch if you really want to. Remember, all these tips are optional. I'm just letting you know that they exist, and if you want to benefit from any of them, you can. Tip number 5 and the last one, probably one of my personal favorites, is Lonnie is immortal in her ultimate. So basically, I incidentally discovered this a long time ago, but for Lonnie, if it comes down to a situation where the thrill of the hunt's not working fast enough, or you see a popper or a multra scion or salvo scion that you're not going to kill, or whatever the context and your health's getting real low, you can pop that ultimate and be impervious to all damage. You won't, if you are low on health, you'll still be low on health, but you won't get additional damage, if that makes sense. So like I've run into direct salvo scion shots, multra scion, poppers have blown up at my feet. It's very, very useful if you're in a situation that gets a little dicey. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys can use these tips, and it'll help you become a better escape player. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace.